Are you?
You ready? I'll call the meeting to order. We have a group pledge of allegiance first. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we have one counselor missing tonight. There's another commitment. And the first item on the agenda is consider approving the minutes from the April 24th meeting.
I move we accept the minutes.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor? The first item on the agenda is appointment to the appeals board.
So Ray Gruber, who is an Oakland citizen and not here this evening, has asked to be appointed to the appeals board. He did see in the town report that there was a vacancy. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, that's what that guy's name is, that's been here, so.
Yeah. Lives on Lee's Farm Road. This is Ray, who would like to be on our appeals board. Yeah, so
I've already got you.
I guess we're looking for an okay to appoint him.
Nobody else has shown interest.
No.
His term would expire in June of 2026, so we're filling a vacancy.
Not a question, but it might be nice seeing you this year. You could tell us a little bit about himself and why he wants to be on the appeal board.
Yeah, if you'd like to
Oh,
introduce himself.
Well, actually, I'm from Ohio, Northeast Ohio. Lived on a farm, we had vineyards, 103 years. And I sold my grapes to Welch's, and it's a long story, but they changed the delivery system and truck driving the picking machine wasn't gonna conform. So they gave us our 2 years notice that we were out of business. So I sold my farm to a winery, I wanted to stay agricultural. And, from there, we moved up here. My son's been in Maine for 30 years. And I just felt that my other sons and grandkids down in Ohio have us on a regular basis. Him, we haven't seen in 30 years, you know, on a regular basis. His name is Brian. I lucked out, got a house on the farm, Farm Road there. Really lucked out, beautiful home, really happy. I served as a township trustee for 27 years, Harpersville Township. We had a 3-man road crew, 7 cemeteries, 32 miles of road. A growing population. We had a lot of development. Spira Institute, which is a world-renowned sports complex, opened up down there. We just had a new Marriott open up on the corner. A lot of things are happening in Harpersville. It's being more from a Concord area to a winery. We have now 13 wineries in our township. So tourism is a big thing. Also served on the Asheville County Port Authority. That was the economic engine for the county. And there we did grants. Our executive director would apply for grants through the EPA. We're cleaning up spots, we get them clean and then resell them to create economic jobs. Senior Center. I started that 25 years ago. And we got our 501c3. And now we're a thriving center. Open 5 days a week for the seniors, and they have all kinds of activities and trips. They go gambling at least once a month on a bus. That's their big thing. I've always been involved in my community. That's really the bottom line. I've always just been involved. And I was reading a book and I saw there was a vacancy on the zoning board of appeal. And knowing that, you know, I've had experience with zoning as a township trustee, I decided to let Kelly know I was interested in it, and that's what brought me here. And my wife said when I left all these organizations, I belonged to 5 different organizations, and I did over 20 years on each one. She said, you're not gonna be able to just sit back and not get involved. I know you. So I started reading that and I saw that. I said, well, I started coming to your meetings. Your form of government is entirely different than ours in Ohio. I was amazed to see how the process works. I'm not sure if it's a statewide, basically committee organizes the budget. It then goes to council for approval and then to the public for approval. But see, with us in Ohio, the township trustees would vote on it, on the budget, and then it would go to the county auditor. He would then review it to make sure it's within our finances. If it is, he gives us a stamp of approval and away we go. That's the way we do it. So it's a different process, an interesting process too. A lot of good input. Should have worn my hearing aids, that's one thing I forgot. But, I look forward to being part of the community of Oakland and,
I'm sure we can get you involved in other things.
well, that's okay.
I was gonna tell you now,
I know.
now that Kelly knows who you are, she has a lot of committees. Welcome, nice to have you moved over. Do we have
I move we appoint Mr. Gruber to the appeals board.
Second.
all those in favor? Thank you.
Thank you.
So I've asked all department heads to come give a quick 5-minute overview of what their summer looks like for the council. So that we're just informed. And I'd also like to possibly have the July meeting at the library, council meeting. So we can talk about that. So Sheila.
All right, thanks for having me. This summer, we are starting to see our summer residents come back. And it's great to see their faces coming back in to grab our books and say hi. Either they're snowbirds or they're just people that have camps here on the lakes for a couple weeks in the summer. So they're starting to come back and we're starting to get pretty busy with them. We have our summer reading program for the children. We have four programs scheduled for starting in July and into August, and that's all schedules. We're starting to work on implementing all of those. We have the money in the bank for that already, based on our gift reserve fund that we've saved. And we put out a couple grants starting to work on next year's program, so we can have the money in the bank for those as well. We try to use our budget that we have that the town allots us for like food, beverages. We've had a lot of author events this year, and so we buy refreshments and things like that, and projects for the kids if it's kids' books, or we buy the children's books when the authors come in. We should have their book when they come in to see us. So we're excited. We have a lot going on. The children's room is all done, and thankfully the insurance covered all of that.
All
so
set.
it didn't come out of pocket. We're looking at still maybe getting some mini splits installed, especially in the main library. We don't have any air conditioning. I just think it's important for the books and the shelves, and plus patrons don't stay very long when it's really hot. So, and it's hard for us too, and our computers and paper, it gets pretty hot in there, but we run fans as much as we can. And that's it. Are there any questions for me?
I see you have a name change, so congratulations on that. And secondly, I really like the reports that you send to us, the details and what's going on. I think that's.
Okay, that's not overload, because I like to keep you updated. I've heard a lot of feedback from people saying that they like those, but if it's too much, I can cut that, or, just.
We'll let you know.
We'll let
We'll let you know when it's too much.
Thank you, I appreciate that. All good? Oh, done.
Can you give us a brief overview or maybe an example of what you're doing this summer with a age group?
With age group?
Whatever, if it's all for all kids, or are they broken into preschool?
We still run our Friday story times for the pre-K kids. In the summertime, we get a lot more, attendance because the kids are out of school. So, we kind of changed the programming a little bit to include all of the age groups. Right now, the preteens don't come in a lot. Teenagers don't come in a lot. They come in to use the Wi-Fi. They don't come to check out the books. So the summer programs though are for all ages, you know, like a magician, a musician. We have like a pirate theme coming for the, Magic Tree House book series. We're basing around that. So in the summertime, we gear it for all ages. But teenagers are harder to reach and we're trying to figure that out. And I've been talking to other libraries who are trying to figure that out too. We don't know. We don't know how to reach them.
Make TikToks.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So Oakland, you know, public library on TikTok,
Right.
whatever it takes, so.
But I'll dress up like Dr. Seuss characters and dances and.
They might come for that.
They might come just to laugh at you if nothing else.
Yes, I know. They're all electronic, everything is
Yeah.
technology, all their books are on their phones, they don't read. They have a school library, so, or they go to college libraries, so we try to reach them. But the younger kids are coming, that's what we really,
Are you able to get them going with the iCloud? Or whatever
the
it's
kids
called?
do go on the iClouds.
Yeah, you
I
know,
see all of the kids' ebooks coming through, so
Yeah.
I like to
because at
keep
least
track of
that's,
those.
that's getting them, you know,
Yeah, a majority of
Connected
the
with-
ebooks are children's books. So I like to see that. So they're sitting on their iPads with their books.
so they're still connected with the
Yeah, the
library.
trends are way different, but
Yeah.
yeah, they are doing that. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Sheila, when we were there for the tour there earlier, we talked about maybe heat pumps for the place, or any of these programs, there's some ads coming around, that there's programs for the public, is there anything for municipals to get involved in?
There is,
There is,
efficiency main,
Yeah.
one,
the only problem is through efficiency main, you have to do away with fossil fuel completely. It has to be all electronic.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't think that we can
We
do
can't
that in
do
our
that.
building, I don't see how, unless we did all heat pump boiler, not boiler, I don't know what you would call it,
hot
but,
water.
yeah, they
Oh,
have
that's
a,
great. They have,
yeah,
yeah.
which they would have to change
Well,
the venting and all of that.
the heat pumps will heat and cool both, but
Yeah,
in a 20-degree day, you don't get much heat out of them.
exactly,
We'd have to have a huge electric service up there to get enough
yeah.
heat. I
So
think.
even though I think if we supplement with a heat pump and use the AC or the dehumidifier in the summer, I think we're still going to have oil. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't get the rebates unless we completely, 100% electronic.
It would be good to have some heat pumps, because they all work as
And I know there's,
air conditioners and.
MMA does some risk management grants and maybe that,
Yeah,
or safety grant, or maybe it would fall in, could make it fall into one of
because
those.
we save more money on electricity than we do in oil. So right now with the solar panels.
Right.
Yeah, so that would save us money, because we're just, I mean, our oil is ridiculous. Yeah, maybe because we're not efficient either. Yeah,
Rick
Chief
has,
had to step out for a
Yeah.
minute, so I want to go to item 4, Memorial Day Parade.
thank you.
thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome.
Yes, Memorial Day Parade is gonna be May 27th. We've issued our $500 donation that we budget every year to
So,
the Legion. They've asked if myself and the counselors would like to sit on the float. The float, the parade. And they,
It's not a.
They're laughing at you like you have two heads.
It's just a truck.
it's not a float, but it's like a, yeah.
It's like a flatbed.
It's like a flatbed, a flatbed.
Stationary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not in the parade.
Oh, we're not?
I don't think so.
oh, just on Memorial Hall.
Even better, so you want to sit on the thing?
We did last year, I think.
Yeah.
I carried a lion last year.
Lion?
Drove my ATV.
He was in the parade rather
was in
than
the parade.
sitting to watch it.
Okay,
Candy.
well, that's okay.
I was driving, 2 hands.
All right, so
No cell phone.
I'll tell him.
There may be 2, 3, 4 of us. I don't know that we need the flatbed truck really, but
Be able to see
It
that.
was a little excess.
I thought it was,
raises your.
I'm happy with the chair in front of Memorial Lawn.
Okay.
It was a brand new truck from Hammond Lumber, a big one,
It's shiny.
the wheeler, so big flatbed body on it,
Okay,
but it worked.
well,
You,
maybe,
you get to sit with us, so you can decide where we're gonna sit.
okay, I will, but
Wherever you said.
just as long as I know you'll be around and you would like to join in.
And Mike was in the parade, had a, trailer and display in it too, so he wasn't sitting. with us,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, he was in the parade. So I do have a question. The noon time, is noon the time you expect to be at the wreath or starting at the school?
They said
You know,
it starts at noon, so I would assume it would be at the school.
Okay. Because we can't go in and out of our driveway when you're there, so that's why I always need to know when you're gonna be there.
Yes,
How's that?
We're right there.
Is this, have we always had it at noon?
no. I think it's usually been at 10, but it's not up to us. The Legion sets
And I
it.
was just wondering if they've ever looked at the crowds to figure out which one they get more people to. It just seems that the noonish one, people might say, right in the middle of the day, nah, 10 o'clock, you know. Just curious.
I think it's very good.
But even if we do it at noon, if they would sort of look at, you know, the
Yeah.
crowds to decide if that reduces, sometimes it's the bands. The school band may be in Belgrade for a parade at 10, and then they come out here. So I know sometimes that sort of dictated when they,
And that was one of the things last year that some of the people that win the parade, I know the Shriners with their little, big wheels there. They were in Skowhegan, I think, at 10 and got down here for noon.
Okay,
So
That may be
that might
why.
affect some of the others too, I think.
to get more participants if it's. Okay,
well, we won't even get them if we try to do it the same.
great.
Chief Stubbins, we skipped Article 3, number
Yeah.
3, till you could get back,
Yeah, it
so.
looks like I might have to go in a minute, but I can fly through this pretty quickly. So yellow flag law, you've probably seen a lot about it since Lewiston. Kelly and I talked, we thought it was important to let you know that we are following the yellow flag law. Matter of fact, we did our first one 2 weeks ago. What it is when you have someone in protective custody because they're homicidal, suicidal, or can't care for themselves, and they possess, have access, or talked about acquiring a gun, that triggers yellow flag law. What used to take us about an hour to do, take them to the hospital, drop them off, sometimes we'd stay if they weren't voluntary. Now takes about 6 to 8 hours, and that's if they are cooperative and give up their guns voluntarily. If they don't, it can take up to 12 hours or sometimes more. So that obviously has an impact to us. If we have one person on, it has an impact to our overtime budget. We were fortunate, Tiffany did the last one. She ended up staying overtime. The evening shift came in, it kind of worked out. She didn't get any calls for the 4 hours she was there. So we got lucky with that one, but sometimes we'll have to call people in to cover the road because that person can't leave the hospital. When someone's in protecting custody, you can't leave them, so we might have to have someone cover the road. So there will be an impact, hopefully we won't be doing a ton of them, but we do have a fair amount of people in protected custody during the course of the year. The liability of not following that law is enormous. So we'd rather err on the side of caution and do it when the law applies. So, and there's a lot more steps to it now. I could go into that, but it would take quite a while. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
So there are a lot more steps now than there were, or are you saying that the governor's changes that went into effect will go into effect in 90 days from now?
Yes, yes.
And the difference, as I understand it, is that when the new rules go into effect, that you can then take someone into custody.
Mhm.
And before you couldn't really initially, right? Or,
Correct. We could take someone in protective custody, but we couldn't just take their guns away from them. That's the whole point of the yellow flag. There's a whole series of steps we have to go through in order to get their guns. And hopefully they voluntarily turn them over. If not, We have to write a warrant, and judge has to sign it, and, you know, they lose their weapon for 40 days, 14 days. So it includes a doctor, a couple affidavits, telehealth, Spur Wink is involved. So there's a lot of steps to it.
No, you have a question? for-
Can you just sort of share with us then, how that comes about? So what causes you to do your procedure?
Sure. So we would either get a call from a family member or whoever may call, say so-and-so's in crisis, so-and-so's depressed, so-and-so's made threats, he's been suicidal, he's been homicidal. So we'll go and we'll meet with that person, we'll do an investigation. It's important to find out if they, like I said, they possess guns, have access to guns, or talking about acquiring a gun, because that automatically triggers the yellow flag law. So, and we do get a lot of mental health calls. So,
How many calls do you get in a month on average?
oh gosh, I'd have to look down, but off the top of my head, 4 or 5, maybe sometimes more.
A month?
Yep. Not every one of those are going into protective custody,
No.
but we get a fair amount. It probably would be a little more than that.
And not all of those trigger the
Not
yellow
all
flag.
of them will trigger the yellow flag law. But, you know, maybe a lot of people have guns.
Right,
Even if you have a
exactly.
even if you have a hunting rifle.
Exactly.
It triggers them.
Sounds like it's gonna be more time consuming for your officers.
And that's kind of why we wanted to, yeah, there will be an impact as far as, you know, that and the time and the overtime. So it will definitely be an impact.
Next year at budget time, we'll look forward to.
We'll hear about it.
From you.
I want to track it during the year
Right,
and see, you know, what the actual impact
well,
was.
this is costing us a lot of overtime, and we
Yeah.
need to have an extra officer on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes or whatever.
We've gotten prepared for it. So.
Anything else?
What time of day usually? Is it during the morning, afternoon, evening? Is there any pattern to?
No,
When you get the
it's
call.
all over the road. Yeah. For sure.
Thank you, chief.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're right.
Number 5 is the summer schedule, vacation.
Yeah, so I just wanted to update you on my vacation, July 8th to the 12th.
Don't you remember we talked, you didn't get any?
And August 12th to the 16th, they're staycations, so I'm around. Get the link. I have signed up for a new managers conference on June 6th. So I'll be out all day. I'll be in Augusta for that. And I know in the past, we've done one meeting in July and one meeting in August. So I was hoping July 17th, right in the middle of the month, and August 21st is when I would like to have those meetings.
Neither one of those are in your vacation time, right? We don't expect you to be in here if you're on vacation.
Oh, I
We can work around that. We got 4 or 5 weeks to do it in, so.
Yeah. No, it's, we're good.
I haven't even got my calendar with me. That sounds all right for now.
July 17th and August 21st. They'll also be in the minutes.
Yeah.
And then Memorial Hall, we have a meeting on Monday. I can't be there. One of you like to attend.
Ain't gonna want to go there.
Think about it. It's at 4 o'clock Monday, police station.
Come visit us.
Who's the chair?
Kelly Roderick.
She's the fundraiser committee and I'm the grant writer. So
You're the what?
And I think,
the grant writer.
doesn't Kelly have someone coming to the meeting to speak?
I'm not sure if she does or if she just talked to the person. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I can't.
I'm gonna have my eyes dilated at 2, so.
Just people listen.
I've never had it done before, I don't know. what's in
I
it.
don't need to see, we'll walk you in, sit you down, you just gotta listen.
And we'll turn off the lights and then she'll be happy. Yeah, because I hate these lights. You know, so it would work great.
Okay, Is that anything else you have?
Yes, that's it.
Think you did a good job at town meeting yesterday. I think
Thank
that
you.
went well, you were well prepared and everything. So, congratulations on your first town meeting.
Yes, it's a doozy, but it's gonna be, it's a good budget.
Did you have any follow-up for the trash behind 26 Oak?
Yes, Nate went and looked at it. It's not like food garbage, it's like bulky items. A couch cushion and a chair.
Sitting right on this edge of the stream.
Yeah, he's gonna, yeah, he wrote him a letter and then he'll go see if they took care of it and then it'll be a follow-up.
I just remembered you asked me to mention the grant for Jerry Golden's office.
Yes.
I just finished a grant, it was due today, Jared Golden's office for, body cameras, for $50,000 for body cams. So, fingers crossed for that.
How many will that get you?
12.
Well,
They're expensive.
They're expensive, but it's great. It comes with unlimited, cloud storage. The way it works now with body cams is you pay a yearly fee for each body cam. And, it's a 5-year contract that the grant will pay for, so we'll have them for 5 years. We could pick up after that, but usually they're sort of obsolete after that.
How old are the ones we have now?
They don't work anymore. They're over 10 years old. They don't keep the charge for more than an hour or two. These, if one breaks, they automatically replace it. You never pay a penny over that fee. And it's unlimited cloud storage. Right now, we struggle with storage with Waterville because, they do all our IT. So, and we have to download it to external drives to keep it in evidence and all that. It's very methodical. This will be much better. So,
And it's free.
it'll be free. So, it looked pretty good.
Dan, do you have anything?
Oh, you've done my work. Oh, good.
What?
I said, you've done all of my stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm all set.
So, well,
Remind me again how much we're paying for the council to have email addresses
$30 a month
per council,
total,
$30 total.
$6 each
Per month.
per month.
In my case, that's $30 an email. Oh, $6 an email from Maine Municipal. Absent some substantial increase in the other side, I think it's a waste. And it's just one more place to check emails when we all have them.
And I can't even.
And Kelly was very nice to help me set it up. And I don't look at it because it's the same thing. Everything's made municipal and I forget to look at it because I haven't received a message for 10 days, so I would agree with Bob that unless
At some point, we can cut the cord unless we start to see,
I can start sending all my stuff to
thank you.
No,
email.
It's very helpful.
I just have you all in a group with your normal emails.
I usually get a notification if I have a message come in there, so I see it. Andy put something in there once in a while.
Anyway, that's,
So I think I only send, when I send the warrants, I send it to your regular email.
Yes. Yeah, because that, and I appreciate that because it's very small to read on here, but on my desktop, I can read it a lot better.
that's it for me.
Okay, I didn't have anything.
make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor? Thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
What was about bringing